Yo, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy Airboy, and I'm back doing another FanBoyAaron review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Shattered Glass Voyager class Starscream. And again, before we look at him, we shall look at his box. As you can see, the new Shattered Glass figures have their own boxes. On this side, the same image of Starscream. On this side, some more artwork of Starscream. Top of the box, nothing interesting. Bottom of the box, nothing interesting. Back of the box, product shots. And a bio. Let's go ahead and just read that real quick if you want to. And that does it for the box. And now, most of the Transformers Shattered Glass stuff comes with a comic if you order it directly off of Hasbro Pulse. Excuse me. I lost track of mine for Starscream. Oh, well, the comic's not important. What's important is the figure, and I've had this guy for a while, and there is one specific little quality issue I need to bring up now. I don't know how well it's showing in the camera, but I don't know if it's the way they produce the plastic or if it's the type of plastic they're using, but some white plastic on recently released Transformers that have a nearly all-white color scheme is susceptible to yellowing over time. And you can kind of see it where the white is a little off on some bits here or there. And yeah, as far as I know, the only way to fix that will only make it worse over time. So really, you're better off just either leaving it as it is or painting it over it, or painting white over it. Because unless it's straight up white paint and not white plastic, it'll yellow over time, unfortunately. Well, anyway, here we have Starscream in his Tetrajet mode. They went with the Cybertronian mode for Shattered Glass Starscream, which I think was a smart decision, because design-wise, it is a little better. And, yeah, the Shattered Glass version of Starscream uses G1 Jetfire's color scheme, and I absolutely love that. And story-wise, the Shattered Glass version of Starscream, unlike his normal version, who is a conniving, backstabbing little liar who's constantly trying to overthrow Megatron, Shattered Glass Starscream is actually fiercely loyal to Megatron and is one of the most brave and trustworthy Decepticons there is. As you can see, the beautiful white and red color scheme. Again, I'm going to look, from this point forward, I'm going to look at it as if it's brand new without the yellowing, so I don't have to keep bringing it up. But it has a nice, beautiful red and white color scheme. I like the little blue there for the visor. No landing gear. It just sits there. For comparison, unfortunately, I do not have the original Siege Starscream. I do have my last review, the Armada Legacy Starscream. It's a fairly recently released figure, so it should help you tell how big it is. And here he is with my other Shattered Glass figures I currently have. The Shattered Glass Blur. These two did star in the comics, in each other's comics respectively, I believe. They butted heads for a bit. Here he is with Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. You see the Tetrajet, how it looks next to a truck. And here he is with the Shattered Glass Megatron in the jet mode. And yeah, they look pretty good together. The yellowing is a little more apparent on this one, or is it supposed to be that kind of off color? I don't remember. I've had him so long and had him sitting on my shelf so long, if I'm missing him, I've totally spaced if he's supposed to be this off eggshell white or a pure white. Anyway, that does it for the comparisons. And he does come with accessories. He comes with the two things that the other versions of the Siege Seekers come with. These two sniper-esque looking null ray blasters that can hook up under his wings for storage. And now the Tetrajet is all nice and armed up. He also comes with an additional accessory. These swords done in a nice transparent blue plastic with red painted handles. And they can combine into a singular big sword, which I do like. And you can store these on here as well. Just get a little creative about where you stick them. Might help if I do it the other way. If you want to, you can store the swords. So, if you want to, you can store the swords right here. Put the guns right here, and you can store them like that if you want. Come off there. Alright, let's get to the transformation. Now, I'm not going to show the transformation because I reviewed the Siege Seekers a while back, and the transformation is exactly the same. So if you want to see this in detail, go back and watch the old review. Okay. Here he is in robot mode. And as you can see, he's still sporting that very nice red, white, and black color scheme, which I really dig. Now, it's a little more apparent in robot mode, so I'm going to go over the main plastic flaw one more time. Again, I don't know if it's a formula of their plastic or the way they're doing it, but you can kind of see where the white is starting to yellow a little bit here or there. And it's rather unfortunate because it happens to a lot of really good figures. Like, were it not for that little flaw, this guy would be damn near perfect. Anyway, that's enough talking about the plastic quality for now. Let's talk about the figure itself. It uses the Siege design, so again, design-wise, it is very good. And honestly, it looks very fitting for the character. He looks quick, agile. I absolutely dig the head sculpt. There's just something about the color scheme that fits this mold so very well. Let me rotate her around and look at the details. The big red Decepticon logos on the wings. I like that transparent blue piece there on the chest. It looks really good. Alright, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. You can look up that far, down that far. The wings can move in and out, up and down, so you can angle those however you want. The arms can do full rotation. You can go in and out like that. There is a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow with full bend. There is a wrist swivel, though you gotta kind of hold this part down in order to utilize it. And the hips can rotate. There is a kick about that high and about that far back before things start getting in the way. You can do the full splits. There is a thigh swivel. This little panel here in the back of the leg can fold in. It's meant mainly for transportation, but it does help with the leg movement, so you can get a nice full bend. And the feet can move up, down a little bit, and you get some slight ankle tilt. So yeah, this guy is pretty poseable. You can get him in some pretty decent poses. And I do like a well-poseable figure. And of course, you can weapon him up. You take his null rays, plug him into his arms, like that. That is one thing that the Siege mold definitely had over the Earthrise one. The fact that the shoulders had the butterfly joint, so you can bring the cannons forward a little bit. Like, honestly, if the Earthrise design had that alone, it probably would be significantly better, but unfortunately that is not the case. And I'm not bringing out Earthrise Starscream for this review. I have Armada Starscream, that's enough. You don't like it, too bad. Oop. Oh yeah, that's one part of the articulation I forgot to mention, the butterfly joint in the elbow. Yeah, just plug the null rays into his shoulders. And if you want to, you could totally combine the swords and just give him the one big sword. Or if you want to, you can just cut out the middleman and skip right to the part where he has two dual-wield swords. As you can see, that looks pretty epic. I do love how that looks. Unlike Armada Starscream, his swords look good with him. Alright, let's get to the robot mode comparison, shall we? Speaking of, here we have Armada Starscream. Let's not talk. So you can see how that looks next to a recently released figure. I mean, he's fairly recently released too, but he's a lot more recent. Here he is next to Shattered Glass Blur, the Autobot with whom he butted heads in the comics. As you can see, he is a little bit taller than Blur, because he is a Voyager class figure. Here he is with Optimus Prime, and Prime is a hair taller, as Prime really should be. Any incarnation of Optimus should be a little bit taller than Starscream. And last but not least, here he is with his trustworthy leader, Megatron. If I can get him to stand up on his own. Oh, I forgot his sword. There we go. And yeah, they look pretty good together. Like this is pretty epic. I'm loving these Shattered Glass figures. I'm probably not going to get all of them. Like, I'm skipping out on the Shattered Glass Jetfire and Blaster. I do have Goldbug and Soundwave. They are next. And, I'm gonna get more Shattered Glass figures if they end up making more. It's just, they've had more Autobots than Decepticons lately, so I'll probably wait until they make another Decepticon before I buy any more. Alright, and I think that pretty much wraps it up with this Starscream. As he stands, he is approximately a little under 6.5 inches. And at the time of release, I can't quite remember. I want to say he's $45, $50. He might still be on Hasbro Pulse right now. I'm not sure. But if you can find him for between 50 and 70 bucks, I do recommend picking him up. He is well worth the price, despite the flaw with the plastic. I really, really hope the yellowing is something Hasbro will find a way to get around soon. Because, again, were it not for that one little flaw, he would be absolutely 100% perfect. Like, this guy is absolutely golden. So as long as you don't mind the plastic yellowing over time, he is well worth picking up. So yeah, if you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, leave a nice comment, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next review, which will definitely be another Shattered Glass figure. Until then, I'll see you all around. Bye-bye.